back. This is the Kingtif Network. I appreciate y'all rocking with us this year. I appreciate y'all rocking with us, supporting us. Thank you for everything. We got a legend in the motherfucking building. And I wish I had the bombs to drop on this one right here. Because this is one of them ones I've been waiting on. This is one of them ones that is truly somebody I am inspired by. I watch the growth. I watch the hustle. I watch the determination to just do what he got to do to make shit happen for other people. That's he does not even want the spotlight on him all the time. That's why it took us forever to sit down. But it's important to do it, and I think this is the most important time. We not even a week away from the Ohio Entertainment Awards, man. I got Andrew Lloyd, the guy, in the building. How you doing, man? I had to bring my energy for this one. I ain't gonna lie, man. How you?
Man, I'm tired, man. I'm tired for real. But the grind don't stop, man. We trying to build this generational wealth, man. So that's what type of time we on.
Let's go, man. Well, since we less than a week away, we gonna go jump right into the Ohio Entertainment Awards, man. How you feel about that, man? That was a magical night for the city.
Man, it was good. It was a good night, man. The best one I ever had was in 2018, but I always rank my award shows.
Yeah.
2021 was good. I ain't gonna lie, it was good because that red carpet, man. It wasn't no red carpet, but the
shout out Marie.
You feel me?
Hey, we at Boss Squad Studios right now.
Yeah.
All right.
A lot of important people, a lot of people, that got money to invest, be there. You know what I'm saying? So when they was calling me about it, I'm like, because they gonna keep it real with me, and that's all I want around me.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was dope, man. Then the performances was dope. The energy was dope, it's we being real, everything got its ups and downs because I'm behind the scenes.
That's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the real.
Yeah.
We at the Kingtif Network, you know what I'm saying? We transparent over here. So it's not all, people see the lights and the flashing and you on stage and da-da-da. But you even said on our post that we posted, you couldn't even have time to change. You was really hustling that night. Man. So kind of take people into the behind the scenes a little bit if you can.
Man, I got a great team, but I gotta start, trusting my team more for real, because I'm just so used to doing everything by myself, with like me and Dre Day, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out Dre, man.
But yeah, big shout out to Dre Day. But even then though, an award show is you need, you know what I'm saying? You need massive help, you know what I'm saying? And but for the most part, I feel like we did good, but there's a couple of areas where we slipped on, and as this year I've been doing research on being a leader for real, you know what I'm saying? So while I was up there, I'm like, man, I'm taking all the blame because when it comes to the award show, most people name my name anyway. So when you're a leader, you gotta take the good and the bad.
Absolutely, that's a fact. So what's the responses you've been getting? What type of responses you been getting from people?
Honestly, I shout out to my support system, man, because people just respect that I give my all. You know what I'm saying? I was just talking to my son, and my son he's funny, man. I ain't gonna lie, he's a funny little dude. And my daughter, I'm gonna be real, my daughter is a real live genius, real live, way smarter than me when I was her age. She 9, and I asked my daughter because it was report card time. I'm like, what you get on your report card? She was like, Dad, I got 3 A's and 1 B. I'm like, that's good, you know what I'm saying? That's cool. And I asked my son, I'm like, speak to your brother. I'm like, son, what you get on your report card? He like, I got 3 A's and 1 B. I said, so son, you telling me your report card mirrors your sister's? He was like, no, Dad, I got 2 A's, 1 B, and a C. You know what I'm saying? And I told him, I said, as long as you give it your best, I ain't gonna never be mad at you.
That's a fact.
And I'm saying that to say I give that award show every year my best, so it be what it be, man. I ain't mad at myself.
Right. That's a fact. If you give it your all, you can't really be upset at yourself no more.
No, not at all.
That's a fact, man. Just from one of the people who was a part of it, I just want to say I appreciate everything you do and everything that you did for that award show to make it happen. Because I know it wasn't easy. I know it wasn't easy to find a venue. I know it wasn't easy to get the everything, every increment part of that. I know it wasn't easy. So I appreciate you, man. I appreciate what you do for the city in general on a week by week basis. Because you out here every week, whether it's Canton, Youngstown, Akron, Cleveland. You out here every week, man. Where did the hustle come from?
Man, since I was a kid, for real, like I used to make music, you know what I'm saying? Like a couple people.
Swear.
Yeah, people don't even. Yeah,
swear.
Yeah.
You had bars?
I was cool for real. I ain't gonna say I was the nicest, but
we gonna find
I put on for my side of that, you know,
Come on
my
now.
side of the area, you know. And then as I got older, I tell people I just turned my personality into a business. I was always like the looking out type of person. When I wanted to make music, you know, so now I have a car. If my dude had a car, I'm like, I'll put $20 in the car just so you can take me. I know you only need about 10 or 5, but
right.
You're doing something for me, so I want to do something for you.
Right.
That's how I run my business.
So that's where did that mentality kind of come from? Because that doesn't just, you know, kind of just come out of nowhere.
My grandmother,
Shout out to
my grandmother. Rest in peace to my grandmother. She was a teacher.
Yeah.
And just real giving for real. You know what I mean? And instilled a lot of great things in me.
That's amazing, man. That's amazing. You know, here at the Kingtif Network, we like to get into the story behind the kings. You know, the kings and the queens we talk to. We like to get. So you kind of told us you started off on the rapping side.
Yeah.
But how did you kind of realize that, okay, I don't want to be a rapper. I kind of want to continue to help people in this industry though. So
I had my daughter, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But I was still gonna rap though. You feel me?
What was your rap name?
Man, I don't even want to get it.
Come on now.
Alright, so it was Swag was in back then, so I was calling myself Swagger Drew.
Come on now. Ooh, this is exclusive right here.
Yeah.
Ooh, say it again. He said
Swagger Drew.
Swagger Drew. Look, that's my new name for you. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Embarrassing. You feel me?
I love it.
And my child's mother, you know, she wasn't having it. You feel me? She wasn't having the rap, like the rapper. I'm like, all right, I want to still be in entertainment. So how do I do it? So I told her I just go the business route.
So you've always had a love for entertainment?
First love was basketball actually, and then
you can't hoop.
Not no more. Like I ain't gonna lie, I can coach though for sure.
For sure.
Yeah, I can coach, but
what was your game? You was a point guard. I was assist. You do the assist well.
I just say I wouldn't call myself a point guard. I was like
you out here shooting that thing, huh?
Yeah, I was definitely a ball hog for sure. I was ball hogging, but I played for my church. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the church league. Yes, sir.
It wasn't even a league. What was it? No, it wasn't even really a league. People used to just come, but I used to just love basketball.
Shout out to that, man. Shout out to that.
Love basketball.
Okay, so you went to the business route of this music industry.
Yeah.
When did you start believing in yourself on the business side?
When I started.
Immediately.
Cause I just knew, man. I ain't gonna lie, like I just knew for real. Like I had a feeling, like I'm like, man, I'm gonna be somebody for real.
Yeah.
Especially cause like the people around me wasn't believing me.
Yeah.
So like I be having like something to prove for real.
Okay. You had that little chip on your shoulder.
Big chip.
Big chip.
Big chip.
Do you still have that?
Big ruffles right here.
Do you still have it? Cause you've had a lot of success in this now.
I mean.
You still got a long way to go?
I mean, I definitely got a long way to go for sure. I still got different goals.
That's a fact.
You know
we talked about that off camera. You've been in a dynasty. That doesn't stop, you know, because you have a good night. You know,
Yeah,
it continues to build upon itself. So I'm holding you to that. You know, we kings out here. We gotta hold each other accountable.
Hold me to that.
That's a fact. No, because we both gonna build empires out here, and we gonna do it together, and we gonna build, man. This is what it's about. You know, this is nothing more, nothing less than bringing, you know, kings together, kings and queens together to develop into dynasties that we can pass down to our kids, our families, our significant others, you know, to be able to live the life we deserve, you know, as kings. So shout out to you, man. Shout out to you for that. When did you partner up with Dre Day? What year was that?
I officially partnered up with him in 2016 of December.
Okay.
Cause he heard about me. Like I was just doing. I think I did like one show in Akron. It was cool, but I was like killing like in Cleveland.
Were you?
I'm talking about. You feel me? And like I ain't going through nobody either. Like I'm like, yeah, you feel me? And that kind of gets you, you know what I'm saying? Like hate for real because, you know, people want you to, you know, go through them. You know what I'm saying? I made it my business to, you feel me? Like
make it on your own.
Yeah, because like I represent like the underground for real. That's why like people was calling me the underground GOAT for real. Like it's you got your mainstream clique and then you got your underground clique.
Yeah.
And like yeah.
So were you able to meet him prior to y'all partnering, or how you see him around the city, or was this like when y'all met y'all sat down and immediately talked about business?
Man, man, that's a good question.
Hey,
we've been working for so long, bro. Like
we gotta get to these origin stories, man.
I know we did. Our first show was Bridging the Gap.
Okay.
You know, Akron and Cleveland, like you know, it's deep, deep beef, like real beef.
Yeah. Facts.
And you know, we wasn't on that. You feel me? So I want to say I might have met him. Man, when did I met him in 2016.
Facts.
That's all I can really remember, man. I met him in 2016, and we started doing business in December 2016.
Okay. Shout out to y'all, man, because y'all are killing the game right now.
Yeah, that's
dynamic duo for sure.
Yeah, he taught me a lot, like for sure.
What's some of the things he taught you?
How to tour, how to stay on the road, how your city will get tired of you.
Wow.
Yeah, he taught me that.
You've actually we've spoke about that like on the phone.
Yeah.
Like, what is the strategy behind that?
Just gotta stay on the road. Got to. Like, you gotta stay on the road to like continue to build the brand.
Yeah.
You know, just cause it's crazy out here for real. Like,
absolutely.
Man, when you be winning for a long time, it build up a lot of stuff for real. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta just continue to stay on the road and still like be humble and be approachable. You know what I'm saying? Like I try to be approachable. At the award show, I'm not approachable.
Right.
I'm in a whole nother mode. I ain't gonna, you feel me? I'm a monster for real.
Yeah.
Like, it's like my territory for real.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But when I'm out, you know, and I meet so many people, I ain't gonna lie, I don't be knowing everybody. Like,
no, it's hard.
It's too hard.
It's hard,
like,
especially in the clubs and
man,
it's hard.
But I appreciate that they know who I am.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what me like staying humble, but still knowing like you one of them ones too though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's a balance. Like I'm humble, but like I'm still one of the ones as well.
Right. Your energy is a commodity, not a it's a luxury, not just something that people can get anytime, any day.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So that's a fact. That's what kings do.
Yeah, for sure. Man,
I definitely just as the Kingtif Network, we released our first initial interview May 20th of this year, 2021.
That's hard.
And by July, we were at one of your shows because you appreciated what we were doing, and that's just for us being just the startup that we are, man. We can't be more than thankful. You know what I'm saying? We've had dealings in the past prior to the Kingtif Network, but for you to see this brand and be able to be like, no, that's it, that's the future, and let me help, man, you can't even put words on that. Like,
I remember when I seen you at that Black Friday event, man. That was like one of the most humbling. Like, I think we didn't meet, did we? But we just had like a conversation.
yeah.
That was raw, man. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I remember stuff like that for real. Like, that was humbling.
Shout out to that, cause that was a monster for me that night. I ain't gonna lie. That was one of the nights that was just everything was moving. I was meeting so many people, and then when I got to meet you, it was like I got to make sure I leave an imprint.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like for me, at times, when you meet certain people, like, especially when you know you're in a certain industry, when you meet certain people, it's like, okay, I know I'm gonna meet them again in some capacity somewhere. Let me just implant who I am first before anything, before any business get involved. Let's get on the wave of, all right, we're humans first, and let's connect as kings, and then we're gonna break bread, because that's gonna happen. But that's always my strategy when I meet people that I know have influence, who have who I am inspired by. I always try to go in like, man, I'm not trying to get nothing from you. Like, especially when I don't even know you, but what I want to do is I want to introduce you to who I am.
But you should though. Like, that's as people, you should try to get something from somebody that's you inspired by.
That's a fact. You should. And I've gotten in trouble with maybe missing moments, but I've always believed in the timing it's gonna happen how it's gonna happen anyway. So I'd rather be myself, and myself is a selfless person. So I wouldn't even know how to come at somebody when I first meet them. Like, yeah, can you da 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 da? Like, I wouldn't even know how to do that. I would more so know how I'm da 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 da. Let me tell you what I do, and let me tell you how much I've seen of you already. And then I go about my business, and then if you respect that enough, we'll be able to move forward. And that's exactly what we did. Yeah. We were able to move forward because then we met, and I bought the DVD off you. Yeah. That was a big moment. Yeah. I never forget that moment when we met at the gas station. And shout out to Heist Girls 2. Oh, yeah. That one of the best movies to come out of Cleveland. Period.
Yeah, for sure.
Period. So, but I knew I wanted to grab that. I got the DVD in my. I should have brought it in. I got the DVD in my car right now. Because it was first it was a moment for the city, but secondly it was let me really, because you was selling them, and I was like, let me support in a way that I can. And that was a moment. And then we ended up having a full-fledged conversation in the parking lot. And it was like, damn, like, that was worth it. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I don't even mean to cut you off, but, like, you know, the reason why, because, like, you know, probably people talk about me like, he funny acting. I mean, I am. I'm definitely protective of my energy, for sure.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. But you reminded me of myself, for real.
You said that.
I had, I don't know what year that was. Was it like 2016, 2017? I did something called Journey to 100, which I'm about to start back again.
Okay.
And I just want to shop with 100 independent businesses, just like off top. I want to do that. I've accomplished that years ago. I'm about to do it again, but I think I'm about to just keep doing it year by year. You know what I'm saying? Just so we can keep the independent dollar circulating.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So. And then shout out to my barber Smitty, and shout out to Sel. When we talk about you know, using people and all that, like I remember, I feel like everybody's mindset changes every day.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Especially like when you learn this stuff, and I feel like everybody is natural hypocrites, but that's just me. Like you know what I'm saying? Because if you say you're not gonna do something, and you end up doing it. That's hypocritical. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But that's a whole nother. I'm deep for real though.
No, and I want to get to that because I think this is a different side of you that people don't get to see.
Yeah, they see it on here, but they ain't gonna get it from me for real. But Sale, I was in the barber chair. Smitty was cutting my hair, at the cell, we was talking. I was just like, man, I ain't about to be letting people use me, blah blah blah. Like I'm talking crazy, talking crazy. And he was like, man, no, Drew, don't think of it like that. Like you're supposed to be used, but you're not supposed to let nobody misuse you. And I've been living like that for real. So.
Wow, that's a big moment right there.
Yeah, for sure, it changed my life for real.
Yeah, man, that's a gem I'm gonna take with me, and I think all the royal family should take with you. We're supposed to be used, but we're not supposed to be misused. If we're not being used, we're useless. And you don't want to be ever the person that's useless in the group. I've never been that person, and I never will allow somebody in my group that is that person, because then that's just dead weight you're dragging.
Man.
You know? So
tell me about it.
Come on now. Okay, so back to the story of Andrew Lloyd, man. What was the first Ohio Entertainment Awards, and what was the and kind of what was the outcome?
Man, it was terrible. Like terrible, man.
Tell us this.
But look though, like I just knew how to bring the people out.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That's so, what like, you know. That you know people, that. That's a fact.
People came, but man, the structure, you know what I'm saying? Me letting people do what they want to do and not being stern and all that. Like
leadership.
Man, yeah, I lack so much leadership. I lack being a boss. All that. I was like, man, yeah, it was the worst. That was the worst one.
So, but you learned so much from that.
For sure. I learned a lot about me and a lot about the people that was around.
Did that change the way you moved that next year? Did you do one right after?
I did one every year.
Every year since?
Every year.
Even through the pandemic?
Even through the pandemic.
God damn, this nigga's amazing. So you in your ninth year. In your ninth year going on your 10th one.
Yeah.
What do you say you've learned ultimately from the first one to this one? Hard
work beats talent when talent don't work hard.
Damn, this nigga out here dropping gems, but that's a fact. That's some shit you hear, but you don't know how to apply.
Like, you know, a lot of, you know, when you love by a lot of people, you be hated by a lot of people too. Well, I don't want to say hated by a lot of people, but you get hate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I get a lot of love, but then I get people that hate what I'm doing. And, you know, people that's in like the award show space, like when they seen the pandemic going on, I seen people, you know, with their viewpoints on it, and me, I'm just sitting back like, all right, well, how can I make it happen? It may not be a super financial gain, but like I got goals I want to hit,
right,
no matter what. And made it happen. We did the 2020 OEA Pandemic Edition.
Yeah.
Straight like that.
Straight like that. Adapting, adjusting.
That was my word of the year last year, adjust.
And I think that's what you do. I think that's what you do best. Honestly, I think that's one of your, maybe not what you do best, but that's one of the qualities that build your brand is you're able to adjust when things just do not look like it's supposed to happen.
On the fly, for sure.
On the fly.
I had to adjust at the war show. Like
you can tell us one.
Look,
that they'll never know.
See, this was the problem. Okay, like I said, I ain't telling on nobody.
Right.
But our VIP people bought food for it was $100 tickets, so they were supposed to get their food. People that didn't have VIP bands ate up the food that I bought.
Really?
So in the midst of me figuring that out, it took me an hour to get everything settled, so that made the show go longer. An hour back. You know, so that was just one of the problems. Wasn't too many of them, but time. I'm try to be like a timely person. I respect people's time for real. You know what I mean? So yeah.
I feel that, but I think you handled it well. You handled it well. You can never tell.
Just spend some money on getting some more food,
right? And
catering to the VIP people.
Facts. Got paid and they deserve it.
Yeah,
that's a fact, man.
Ain't no refunds on no tickets, so that was a blessing. You feel me?
That's a fact too.
You feel me?
So how did you get so connected with the artists and the DJs?
I'm in the field for real. Like
Talk
that's
to
why,
that shit
you know what I'm
then.
saying? Like I'm accessible, but I'm not accessible.
Right.
If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I'm really in the field with like that's why they know me for real.
Yeah.
That's why when it comes to independent artists, I know Andrew Lloyd for sure.
You got to.
It's since
You doing yourself a disservice.
I've probably been dominating with the artists since like 2016.
So 2016 was a big year
That was my breakout year.
So that was your breakout year.
That was my first successful award show.
Why was that so that's why it was your breakout year, or
Yeah.
what else kind of contributed to that? What was your mindset that year?
It was a special year, man. It was a special year. I had my first successful award show.
We won the championship.
We won the championship.
Golly, that was a year for
Look,
Cleveland.
I had my first successful award show. We won the championship. Suicide Holla hit Summer Jam that year.
Shoutouts, shoot, ooh, you know we been here.
And me and Yah, we was about to cry, like, because somebody from, our side of town, like somebody that's like an underdog, hit, you know what I'm saying? Like
Summer Jam.
And that let me know, like, man, it's possible for real if you put the work in for real.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So that really turned you up as well.
Yeah, for sure. Like I turned all the way up, like right after that.
That's a fact, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to 2016 for Cleveland, because that was a good year.
Championship year.
Facts, and it was more than just the championship on the court. It was people was winning all around the city, man. Big rings, man. Okay, so when was the first time did you actually host on the mic? Because I know you started as a promoter.
2013. Terrible.
Ooh.
Terrible host. And that's the thing. Like, you gotta like, well, for me, I wasn't a natural, you know what I'm saying? But in 2016, I started getting good. Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, no. And listen, I don't really talk about my hosting, but I can go toe-to-toe with anybody.
Come on now.
You know, so I'm just being real because I feel like I'm like the most versatile host because I get the most versatile calls.
Yes.
I've hosted the most movie premieres in Cleveland. This is facts.
This is facts.
This ain't hearsay.
I called you after my...
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, I know. Like, I understand, like, the versatility and how hard it can be from going from the club, and you got a DJ behind you, and you got music, you got people to...
And I hosted in a church. I hosted book signings.
Ooh. Talk about your shit. Come on, this pop your shit here, man.
I done did it for real. I get these calls all the time.
Why do you think you get those calls?
Because people know me. Like I built a relationship with somebody that know me.
And you bring them people.
And that too. And like being a brand is like one of the most important things.
That's
like for real. That's how you get them calls.
That's a fact.
Like I don't gotta be the greatest host.
Right.
But like they just gotta know I know Andrew Lloyd.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's you just adding value to whatever situation you hosting.
That's a fact. So, what do you feel like is your greatest asset as a brand?
Man, I'm great at a lot of things. I'm weak at a couple things. My greatest asset, though, I'm bringing them people, man. Yeah. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm bringing them people with me.
Every time.
And my work ethic. That's like hand in hand.
Yeah.
Cause like I'm gonna bring the people, but like you gonna know like I'm a part of your event.
Right.
You gonna know.
That's a fact. Sure. What's some advice you could give to people who starting to build, who promoters, hosts, even rappers? What's some advice you could give them as far as building a brand properly?
Be okay with not having it all the way figured out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't think nobody got it all the way figured out. I feel like everybody is still trying to get more. You know what I mean? So, in the process of getting more, you still need to figure it out.
That's a fact.
You know, so don't be scared to figure it out, man.
Yeah.
Like, you just got to figure it out.
On the fly sometimes.
On the fly. Like, figuring her out on the fly, like, all the time. Like, for real, like, all the time. Like, people are giving me an opportunity, and I'm figuring it out. I got mad opportunities. I just had to figure them out.
I didn't realize until this year how much of a skill it is to be able to adjust.
Yeah.
That's a skill. Everybody doesn't have that. I know some of the smartest people in my life that can't adjust. They will freak out if it's not exactly how they thought it was gonna be.
But you gotta be ready for that pressure. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be put in those positions. And I learned how to adjust because at times I didn't know how to adjust. You know what I'm saying? Like the situation with the award show, I probably want to say a couple of award shows ago, I was sat there upset.
Really?
Pouting like a baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's my award show, it ain't going right. Nah, it ain't about that. Nobody care.
Right.
Feel me? The VIP don't care. They want their food.
Right.
Make it happen.
That's a fact. That's a fact, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to this award show that you've been doing for 9 freaking years, man. Golly. Shout out to Miss CEO Marie for the red carpet. She really killed it over there.
Hey, the biggest.
Come on now. Come on now.
We gonna talk that. It's my dog.
That's a fact. And the thing about it is, what people don't know is, you're the reason why I'm here. You're the reason why I'm in this studio right now. If it wasn't for the conversation we had in the call or the text or whatever you did, you get her aware of who I was.
That's the thing. I ain't vouching for that, and I ain't sure of. I'm not at all.
And that's real.
You know what I'm saying? I said it. I'm like, man, I feel like, you feel me? But we ain't, you know what I'm saying? We here.
We here though, and that's it.
It's nice in here, you know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Book your pod.
Book your
pod. You feel me?
Book your pod.
It's nice
that.
in here.
For real, it's a vibe.
Yeah,
big vibe curators out
Don't
here.
be like the rest of them, darling. Coco, strive for progress, not perfection.
Come on now.
Boss code.
Come on now.
Boss lady.
Boss lady.
Today epic.
Come on now.
You got this.
The reason.
This the vibes in here though.
It is.
This is a reminder.
With the photography on in the other room. Come on now.
Don't hurt them.
We
don't hurt them.
We gotta shout out the boss.
You feel, what?
Come on now.
But how every successful man is what?
A successful boss lady.
Maybe even a more nowadays.
Come on now. They bossing up themselves without us. Come on, Kings.
Let's talk.
Turn it up.
Okay then.
Look, but I just appreciate you and everything you've been able to do. You know, inadvertently, directly. It's just, the grind. The thing about it is, so one thing, we did the K camp together. Yeah. So,
shout out to Dre Day.
Shout out to Dre Day. Shout out to Trey Cool. Shout out to Trey Cool too. And you gonna be on here. We talked about that at the Hall Entertainment Awards. You gonna get on here for sure. Cause he had a crazy run as well. Man. Crown 330. Shout out to y'all.
In the pandemic though.
Talk about that part.
They went crazy.
Y'all was really there though.
Oh yeah, we was there.
Y'all was really there.
You know, I gotta shout out to them. Shout out to Trey Cool. Shout out to Crown.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We was going crazy and like Akron, like it's like my second home for real. I ain't gonna lie. Like they show me like crazy.
They
love,
do.
Though, you know
they
what
do.
I'm saying? Man, you know what I'm saying? And like once again, shout out to Dre Day, man. Crown, man, like in the middle of the pandemic, I'm talking about Money Man was there, K Camp was there, Peasy was there, Sada Baby was there, Molly Brazy was there. All pandemic though.
All pandemic.
Sada Baby twice, because you know what I'm saying, we brought him, shout out to OH10. And then somebody else brought him from Warren, I want to say.
Yeah.
And then I'm probably missing some people, but like the crowd was going though, like
going
in the middle of the just going.
How did you attack the pandemic? Cause you attacked it. You didn't just sit and.
I sat back. I sit back, man. You know what I'm saying? And I plan like my attack for real. You know what I'm saying? Because in this game, it ain't buddy. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's people that's waiting to see you fall.
Ooh, can't wait.
They waiting. They sitting back. They plotting. They hating. and then they telling somebody who telling somebody. But then if you build up a brand and a support system, there's other people that's attacking them back. Oh, Drew my dude, or you know what I'm saying, Teeth my dude. You know what I'm saying? So,
they gonna stand up for you.
You know, so I just sit back and I plan my attack, man, and you know, may the best man win. That's
that
it.
part.
That's it.
Man, you really didn't really, as a promoter, man, how did it feel when the pandemic first hit? Were you nervous? Were you scared? Were you like,
I was hurt, man.
Right, because I know you had a lot planned.
Yeah, you know, big, let me say this now, big shout out to OH10 Records.
Shout out to them. And I want to talk about your relationship with them too.
Yeah, like, you know, man, like, changed my life for real. You know
wow.
And not even just like on some finances and stuff like that, put me in a great financial position, but mindset. You know what I'm saying? Man, we had like a crazy plan. Like,
yeah.
And he made me like not be scared to put together something that'll sound crazy to somebody. Like, all right, man, we about to do this. Like, we about to bring such and such and such and such, and it's gonna cost such and such, but we gonna get it done. Like, man, it changed my life, man.
That's amazing. So how did y'all connect? How did and who is the owner of OH10? Well, the CEO.
Big Nick.
Come on now, because he big out here for real.
Yeah, for sure.
And how did y'all connect?
Just a little backstory. So, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to my brother Box. You know, we my business partner, my original partner before Dre was my partner. We done 5 award shows together. He died in 2017 due to gun violence.
Wow.
And I did an award show, you know, dedicated to him. And I had saying OH10, I had gave them an award, you know what I'm saying, for best independent label. They was making like and still.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying?
Was
like
killing
making,
it at that time. That's a fact.
The craziest moves. And you know, I went to his house and just locked in ever since. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We did Sada Baby, Apple Watch from Love and Hip Hop. We did that in Youngstown. We did The Baby in Cleveland. First time The Baby ever came was in Cleveland. We did Annalie Chopper, his first time in Cleveland.
Wow.
We did what's his name? FMBDZ. You know what I'm saying? We did Sada Baby again. And we was killing. We was getting it in.
So that's good, man. That's great that y'all been able to do so much good business together.
Yeah, for sure.
And still have a great relationship.
Yeah.
Because, you know, especially in this industry, it's hard to continue to, especially if you don't always have a win.
Yeah. But see, I mean, like, you know, just to, like I said, we being real, like, you know, it had its ups and downs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, and in this industry, like, you know what I'm saying, a big win can, to the public could be like a loss behind the scenes.
Right.
that's
That's a fact.
what people don't be knowing for real.
It could be going.
It can be going, but it don't.
But your heart is hurting.
Yeah. Promoters back there crying.
That's
like,
a fact.
I thought I made this and I didn't. But like, he just, I don't know, like, I remember one time he had messaged me like and he was like, man, you got what it takes to like really do this for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, like that's Nick, man.
Yeah.
Like, when he told me that, I was like, man, I can do anything for real.
I
That's
run
how
through a
I
brick
felt.
wall.
Yeah, big brick. Yeah.
Big brick. Yeah.
Big brick.
Where did that come from, man?
Man, so like I said, I used to rap and gave up on the rapping. And then I was silly for real. Like, you really know me, like I'm really silly for real.
Nah,
but I was me and Box, we had an event. And I just said it off the fly. I'm like, man, my name is BRIC because it was an acronym for Best Rapper in Cleveland. I'm like, y'all know what that is? And then somebody was like, Brick. I'm like, yeah, I'm Brick. And just stuck with me. And like I look at like the success that I had, you know what I'm saying? Like with that, like I've had probably my most success is like with that character. Cause that what broke me into the movie industry, which made me be able to create not just the music scene, but like I ushered in the movie scene for the Entertainment Awards.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was Brick is definitely a big part of my success.
Shoutouts to
Like
that.
my alter ego.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Big
You
Brick.
start bringing them out, it should get crazy.
Big Brick. Feel me?
I love
I
it.
don't care what's going on. I could be the show could be going crazy, baby.
Yeah.
I'm still
Big Brick. Come on,
I
now.
know what it is.
Talk that shit. So,
yeah.
you doing all of this, right?
Yeah.
How is that in balancing being a father?
Man, it's at first it was challenging, but then like, you know, once you get on like a schedule and you know the co-parenting situation is good, it's easy for real. But it, you know, for me, life is always about understanding. You know, like that's what I tell people. Like, you gotta understand. Like, people say it's 3 sides of the story: her side, his side, then the truth, whatever. But for me, life is about understanding both sides. Forget the 3 sides of the story. Understand why that person is mad. Like, there's people that don't like me, but I know why. Like, and I understand. Not saying I'm gonna ever fuck with you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But like, I know.
I get it.
I understand. You feel me? So, yeah, I'm just about understanding for real.
No, that's huge. That's huge. Shout out to, you know, kings raising kings and queens, man. Cause you
I got a daughter and a son.
So instilling those things, that hard work ethic you've had, you know, building a brand, you know, these things that they can take with them and build upon themselves, you know what I'm saying? So you are a great role model, that's for sure. I know it's not easy, but man, I just want to say thank you for, you know, being a role model, because they try to give, especially as black men, the worst light at being the fathers, man. And it's not fair, because there's some great fathers out there that's really trying.
I want to say, like, I don't even really think, I don't want to say I'm not a role model, but like, man, I ain't perfect, man. I'm just,
we not perfect over here. No,
I'm just me for real.
Exactly.
Like, that's all I really know how to be, man.
That's
like,
all a role model is, man.
Yeah.
If you're looking at a role model to be this perfect person, you're not looking at the role model
it's
right.
It's a fairy tale.
You know, it's a fairy tale. You're supposed to be. You really want somebody that is imperfect and is not afraid to be upfront about it. That's what you really want as a person that you look up to, as you aspire to be, or inspires you. Because if somebody's always giving you, like we talked about prior, highlights. If everybody's just giving you their highlights,
it's the Instagram.
If they're just giving you their Instagram, they're not really for you. They just want you to give them the best compliments and the best when they're not around. He does this, he does that. But who is this person?
And you know, to speak on that though, I remember, you know, because if you pay attention to like the internet, what be going on, like I remember, like I was breaking down like my award shows, like my best ones. And then it, like, you know, when you like a leader, sometimes you gotta like not look at things in a what's the word I'm looking for? Such a aggressive way. Cause I remember I broke down my year, and then I seen like a lot of but like, you know, this was me just being transparent with the people. Like, look, this ain't what y'all think it is, you know what I'm saying? Like, I done took so many losses, you know what I'm saying? And I was kind of being like transparent with the people. Then I seen like other people with influence doing it, and at first I'm like, man, but then it's like, I get it though, like it happens though, you know what I mean? So I'm just all about being transparent, man. Like, I ain't perfect, I ain't rich, feel me? I ain't broke though,
right?
Like, I ain't rich. And it's another, don't go broke over this entertainment stuff. I say, you feel me? Don't do that. Not when you got kids. Not when you got yourself. Don't go broke over this, man. If you ain't, listen, I charge for my shows. if my shows cost too much for you, don't do it at the time. I'm gonna be around. And if I ain't around, I can show you somebody that do shows cheaper than me. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, when something is meant for you, it's gonna be there.
That's a fact.
It's gonna be there.
That's a fact.
So, you know,
I'll be telling, hey, today's prices is not yesterday's prices. All right, that's what I be trying to tell people. They don't be understanding that, but look, they're gonna have to get it eventually. And if you don't believe we're worth it or the value is there yet, just wait, because you'll see that it's worth it. And by that time, the prices then went up again. Like, you playing yourself at this point. You playing yourself. But, the outpour of appreciation and love and new people getting to see the network, man. Thank you. Man, like seriously, thank you, because you know, winning that award, the best up and coming media outlet.
You was talking too, like you had some like highlights for real. I'm like, they like make some noise if you don't like. They making noise.
No, they was though.
Like I ain't gonna lie, you definitely took advantage of the moment.
Appreciate it. That was literally my mindset the whole time. I just want to take advantage of the moment.
Like when you there, you supposed to like. Shout out to CEO Marie. She's being humble right now. She's doing her CEO stuff.
Right.
She took advantage
of the moment. That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
People gonna be talking about that for days, weeks.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, when I got home, when I got up, so many messages. That interviewer, man. That interviewer.
Come on now.
That's hard to me.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Stop looking at me.
No, I got to.
You feel me? And same thing with you, man. Like just seeing like the highlights on the gram, I'm like, man, like really took advantage of the moment. And that's what it's supposed to be about. Like people that performed on that platform and got 6-figure deals. This is facts.
Wow.
This is factual.
Wow.
Factual.
Jeez.
Facts.
People don't understand the impact you got, man.
It's facts, man.
Golly, man. I'm trying to make sure I hit it, because it's just like after this one they gotta know, like this wasn't built overnight, but this is real right now. Like this is you. I feel like you might not even be in your prime, because y'all feel like you got a whole nother year you can get into and you're about to get into. But I feel like in this moment where you at right now, you in a magical place.
I think right now this is definitely like my prime years though.
Do you feel like that? Okay.
Sure. But I feel like my prime is gonna be a long time.
Yeah.
They're gonna talk about like, you know, I get in my big brick road, like I always on the ground, they gonna talk about this run for a long time.
Yeah, they are.
You feel me? Like you got to. You know what I'm saying? Like it's historic.
Exactly.
People know.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And that's all I want them to know. You know, where you talk about me, just talk about a hard worker.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people be mad because people have other things figured out more than me.
Right. That's a fact.
You feel me? But
I'm the same
not
way.
About to
outwork me. That's a fact.
You just not.
You won't. I will not allow it.
Outwork me. And I ain't even got a post on the ground to let you know what I'm doing.
Come on now.
I'm going to be sitting working on something. All right, you doing that? Cool. I'm about to work on this.
We not even a week out when we back in the studio, motherfuckers. Look, we the best up and coming, but we working.
Yeah.
Goddamn, we ain't sitting on no morals over here.
Yeah.
We sitting on principles,
yeah.
And that means we gotta go get it.
Big principles.
Come on now,
okay.
This shit real. Like I love sitting down with people with this type of energy, because it's just like, this is what we do it for. You know what I'm saying? Like we want to celebrate the people like this that work, the underground gods, kings.
If you ain't doing this to be the best in your craft,
come on.
What are you really? You feel me?
Come on now. Really, and we shout out everybody. We love everybody. We love all the networks, all the podcasts, all the shows. But that don't mean we not gonna work and compete, man. That's a fact. Man. Like we don't shy away from competition. Listen. I'm an athlete.
Ali, you feel me? He was talking that.
Come
Ali,
on.
you feel me? Jordan, Major, you feel me? Like the greats.
Yeah.
You feel me?
That Drake, I idolized back in the
greats,
day. You know what I'm saying? Like This is like,
like people can make it like it's not buddy.
Not all the times. Not all the times.
I mean, like you got your peers. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But like, hey,
some people gonna come in
it be
hating.
like 10 events on a Friday night. You feel me?
Right.
What are you gonna do to secure that your event is still gonna go?
Right.
So a lot of people in Cleveland.
Right.
You feel me? And that be the thing. Like, I used to get so irritated with people. Andrew, why are you doing the event the same day I'm doing? First of all, my event been locked in.
Talk your shit.
My event been locked in. Now, I know what I need to do to get my people out. What are you going to do to get your people out?
Right.
I done had events where my event went and the other person's event went, but that was another person that had a nice brand.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? We may not like each other, but like I know, man, that man or that woman brand, they coming out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's going to push you to go harder.
It's going to push me to go. Man.
And that's what people be shying away from.
Yeah,
they be shying away from that word.
They don't want to go hard.
Come on.
You feel me? I be, they got something going on. Let me call this celebrity.
Yeah.
Be available.
Make them call.
You feel me? Like,
that's a fact. No, that's a fact. That's a fact, man.
Yeah.
Okay. So I ain't gonna keep you too long. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you even pulling up on this, especially this week. I know this is a crazy week, but this is. I feel like this is the perfect timing because we was trying to do it before.
I ain't gonna lie, you man. It's only a couple people can do what you did. A couple people be like, man, pull up. I'm like, man, I'll pull up, man.
Man, you pulled up,
man.
Like before the time. I was like, God damn, he here. Okay.
Cause you know, it's like y'all, man. Like my respect for y'all for real is like y'all don't even know for real though. Like, man, it's just beautiful to even like really see this for real.
No, facts. No, it's like, you know, we only getting started. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's what's crazy about this shit. Like Maria's only getting started. I'm only getting started. You on this run, but you really only getting started, right? Like. Like you said earlier, you really just figuring it out. Like 2016 was not too long ago. Like you just that's what it's about though. Like building with people who really want to go get it, and that's what we about, man. That's what we about here.
And be okay with like losing people on the journey, man. Like
that's hard. Talk about that a little bit. How do you be okay with that? Because you be with some of your day ones. Till the day ones can't be there no more.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes a day one just gonna be a day one. You know what I'm saying? It's 31 days in some of these months.
Yeah.
I mean, I need a day 31.
Right.
You feel me? You're gonna be with me every day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's a real grind. You feel me? Like, man, we to the point where we ain't trying to deal with no iffy people. Like, look, what side is you on?
What side?
What side you on? You on my side? You on the other side?
Come on.
Because if you in the middle, we ain't doing that.
Right.
You know
Not no more. That don't read no more.
Doing that.
I don't read no more.
Pick a side and just make sure you're on the winning team.
Talk that shit. Come on now. That's a fact. Okay. Before we get to the finals, kind of segments we do here. What is next for Andrew Lloyd?
You trying to make me spill it? You feel
I need some beans, man.
Beans,
I need you to drop some beans on us.
I gotta the 10th award show, man. Like how I want to do it though, it's gonna be a long process. I'm gonna need a lot of people to be involved because it's gonna be giving flowers like on a whole nother level.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Definitely had you in mind. You know what I'm saying?
Say less. We
if
there.
CEO Marie down, definitely got her in mind.
Come on now.
Because I wanna connect people. Like I don't want us to think small no more. Like whatever you doing, can you do this for the next 10 years, 20 years, 30 years?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Can we pass down this generational wealth?
Right.
You know what I mean? That's just what I'm on for real. So like it's the 10th one, and then like I said, I'm planning the next 10 years. You know, if the way the award show go, you know, because it's gonna be different. I'm probably gonna do something similar. Maybe not the Ohio Entertainment Awards, but maybe something similar for like the next 10 years.
Oh.
And you know, just real big on giving people flowers, man, while they can still smell it.
Yeah.
Just real big on that, you know. And big shout out to my brother Box, man. Like I say, rest in peace to my brother Box. That gave me like some of the most motivation to like never give up for real. You know, I tell people somebody died behind this. Somebody died believing in me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I gotta keep it going.
That's a fact, man. Well, appreciate that little insight. You know, number 10. That's gonna be double digits.
Yeah.
That's gonna be, you know, a decade
man.
of growth, hard work, dedication.
Yeah.
I'm still, you know, reeling off the 9th one a little bit, but it's in all great hopes that the 10th one's gonna be even bigger for the network, for you, for everybody involved. And I can't say it enough. I just appreciate you, man. I appreciate you and what you do for the city, what you do for so many artists, you know, entertainers, promoters, hosts. I mean, what you've been able to do with Crisis, what you've been able to do with, you know, DJ Coop, you know, Bang Shack, all these big names. You know, I just name dropped some of the biggest names in the city, and they're tied to your brand in such a way that boosts them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's crazy how much influence you have in the city. So shout out to you for that, man.
Appreciate it. But them same names got, like I said, they got influence on me. You got influence on me.
Facts.
Marie got influence on me. It's it just, you know, when you doing this, you just gotta have a mutual respect for real. Like, man, don't force no vibes. Like, we ain't doing that.
We ain't doing that.
If we ain't on the same playing field, like, we ain't, feel me? Some people is in the NBA, some people is in the D League, like.
We all still gotta work though.
Yeah.
Because you never know if that D League player is gonna be that draft pick later on.
No, for sure. But what I'm saying is, gotta be on the same level though.
Yeah.
Because the D League person gotta have an NBA mindset.
Yeah, exactly. That's a fact. That's a fact. Especially now with the new rule in the D League where you can go straight from there and get drafted like Jalen Green did this year. That nigga killing. No, it's a different mindset though. He came in knowing I'm only gonna be here a year, but I'm gonna actually get my family straight with these couple $100,000s, and then I'm gonna go make millions in a year later. And now he doing that, but it's like at first the D League was just like, whoa, these are people who didn't make it. Now it can be, no, we still can make it. We just going a different route than college. So it's definitely different, but I definitely see what you're saying.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, I'm all about perspective, man. I like
all about perspective.
Yeah, I like
all
about
different
perspectives.
That's a fact. But okay, so coming to an end, we got a couple of segments we want to do here. So we stand on a few things here. We stand on a lot of principles. As kings, we can't just be we can't just be regular. We can't just be the normal day-to-day individual, and we're not. We have a different mindset, a different work ethic we have. So some of the things we stand on, you know, integrity, of course, sacrifice, you know, proper loyalties. Like you said, you can't be in the middle. You got to pick a side. So I just want to ask you specifically, what are some things you had to sacrifice for the Ohio Entertainment Awards?
Time. Like a lot of time. Time with a lot of people that I love that don't understand how bad I want it for real.
Yeah. Like
time. Time is something that you can't get back.
Right.
So I made a decision to put a lot of time in this. That's just what it is for real.
Yeah. That's a fact. Okay, and then we go against a few things here. We go against self-hate. We go against self-doubt. We go against haters. We go against negative energies. And I just want to ask you, when was there a time, and how did you handle this time? When was there a time when there was negative energy around you, and you had to kind of distance yourself from it?
Whew, man, a lot of times. Sometimes you just gotta log off the ground, man. Like, you feel me? Like, I remember one time, you know, I did an event. It ain't go the way I wanted it to go. You know, and like, study successful people. You know, 'cause that'll let you know what you headed, like what you about to get into. So you know the bashing come, like I said. So they saying, you know, and the funny thing is, you just see these people on the street. What's up, man?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But like the bashing went, and it was like, man, I felt like bad. I'm like, man, this is what I really want to do for real. And like self-doubt for real. I'm like, man, I don't know if I really want to do this no more. Took some time to myself. You know what I'm saying? Got my mental together. And I got right back to it for real.
That's a fact. So. Shout out to that, man. Shout out to distancing yourself, protecting your energy. We gotta protect our energy
at all costs.
At all costs. Now, for our final segment of the Kingtif Network before we get out of here. And this one's hard to end for me because I can sit here all night, pick your brain about things, but I know you're a busy man, very tired. Is there anything you would like to get off your chest before you get out of here? Big break.
Nah, man, it ain't really nothing I need to really get off my chest. Like, I'm good for real. Like, I'm in a good mental space, and at the moment for real. If I can just leave people with some, you know.
Absolutely.
Drake is like my favorite artist.
Okay.
The weird thing is Drake and Meek Mill are both like my favorite artists.
Shout out to both of them.
Yeah, you know, but they was, you know, they had that little thing going on, but it's a line by Drake where he say, accept yourself. You don't gotta prove shit to no one except yourself. That stick with me.
Yeah.
So I want that to stick with y'all.
Well, boom. This is the Kingtif Network. Andrew Lloyd, the legend, has been sitting down with us. Thank you. Shout out to our entertainment world. Shout out to Dre Day. If you could get him on here, we would love that. Because he be behind the scenes so much.
Big shout out to, you know what I'm saying, Dre Day. Shout out to Box Mom.
Yes.
Shout out to all my partners. My mind going right now, y'all. We trying to wrap it up, but if you ever impacted my life in a positive way, just know I love you, I appreciate you, and it's going.
That's facts. And we out here. This is the Kingtif Network. Boom.
Damn, it's late.
What time is it?
10:40.
It's time to owe you some money. That's the time it is. Appreciate you.
For sure.
That's dope though. You got good feedback. I'm so happy.